Hello my flock, Badraven here. I'm doing a little late review on this movie that Andrew and my niece Chloe went and seen about a week ago. And I wanted to kind of let the flock know about it because I kind of enjoyed it. It wasn't the greatest movie ever made. And you know by the title of the description of the review, it's for game night. We saw a trailer for this and we was kind of want to go see a movie. And we decided, hey, it looks kind of cool. And I wish I hadn't watched the whole trailer because it gave some funny parts away in the movie. And if you've watched the trailer, you already. But if you haven't seen the trailer, just go in blind. I'll just kind of give you a kind of an outline. This is going to be a spoiler-free review because it's kind of movie you need to go in because the funny parts pay off better if you don't know they're coming. There was some other funny parts besides what's in the trailer, but I mean they were really funny parts I wish I hadn't known about. And we'll start out with this game night. It was directed by John Francis Daly and Jonathan Goldstein. So we have two directors directing this movie. I've heard of tandem top directors before. They did it with the Infinity War and Civil War Marvel movies. So I know, and there's some other guys that do it. The Coen brothers, different directors like to do that. And just stating, basic things. Okay, you got your actors. You got Jason Bateman in it. He plays Max. You got a very good actress. It's been in a lot of different movies I've liked. Rachel McAdams. Really liked her in the one thriller, Red Eye, was really good. She plays Annie. You got Kyle Chandler as Brooks, which plays the brother of the Jason Bateman character of Max. And you got Sharon Horgan as Sarah. You got Billy Magnuson as Ryan. Lamar Morris as Kevin. Kylie Bunbury as Michelle. Jess Planum's as Gary. Now he really, his shocking the way his performance is. The only thing I'd ever seen him in before was the movie with Johnny Depp where he plays the mafia guy. I'm trying to think of the name of that movie. But he was like his hitman buddy in that. I mean, this is really kind of cool to see him in a comedy type thing. I'm pretty sure that's the guy. Okay, that's your main actors in the movie. This is a spoiler-free review, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the setup. The Jason Bateman character of Max and his wife now, but they met they're the big competitors in playing, board games, and anytime they come up a game he does with their friends, they met kind of that way, and they really like to win. So him and Annie, Max and Annie, end up getting married. It shows them as they through their life how they get friends together and they do game night, and they're always really competitive with their friends. Well, Max has got a brother, Brooks, that he always cannot live up to. Brooks has always got the cars, the women, the lifestyle that he's always wanted. And he's always cooler than him, and every time he gets around him, he can't beat him in any types of games. And it just annoys him that he's kind of inferior to his brother because he feels like a success, but when he's around his brother, he's kind of a failure. So his brother comes back in his life. He kind of comes in and out of his life on occasions. Comes back in his life with a car that Max really, really have always wanted. I forget the sports car it is in the movie, but he like always rubs it in his face. Well, he sees that they're having game night, and he's like, oh, I want you to. He comes up, gets into their game night, uninvited, of course. Brooks does, and he invites all of them back to his place. He is in town. He's rented a big, nice mansion. He said, we're going to have a game night there. And the ploy in this movie is he's trying to beat his brother once again at a game night. And he goes to his, he has them all come to his place. And he's like set up a murder mystery type game night. And he tells them at the beginning, this is in the trailer, that somebody's going to be taken from their group at the party, and they have to find out where they're at, because they're going to take them from the place, and they have to get clues, and they're going to, whoever finds the person that's taken has to get the prize of the car. So, you know, of course, Max really wants to get it because that's the car of his dream, and he wants to beat his brother too in the impact, and his wife Annie wants to help him do it anyway, kind of rub it in his face. Well, somebody comes to the door, and it's playing like the party that they're expecting, and all of a sudden, something out of the blue, some other people come in and actually take Brooks, his brother, with them, and like they end a big fight, and everybody at the party thinks it's just part of the game. They find out later that it's real. So I'll leave you with that part of the, I don't want to go any further into any things, except to say that Gary, played by Jess Plemons, is awesome in this as the neighbor that gets uninvited to the parties, and you'll find out why. Kind of a creepy guy next door type thing. He does a great part in this movie. Very well acted, very well performed by him. And all the other participants, too, do great jobs, too. We got Rachel McAdams as his wife, does a stellar performance, I think, as the comic relief with her husband, Jason Bateman, Max. Sharon Horrigan does real good as Sarah. They all do really good. There's only one couple that I just feel like I was kind of weak in it, which was the Kevin and the Michelle character. They were kind of not the greatest, but their storyline I just didn't care much for. But it still didn't bring me down from the movie. But they have a lot of comedy, and they have a lot of parts in the trailer that I wish they hadn't put in, like I said. And I would have, if I hadn't seen those, I would have been really laughing out loud. And we had a raucous kind of crowd with us. There was a lot of teenage or at least college-aged kids in there, and I thought it was going to be a problem, but they kind of got in the movie like us, and we were kind of all hollering at the screen in certain parts, you know. So it was kind of a cool little setup with how they did the story, and you have twists in there too, which makes it kind of fun. Now, I like the movie. I'm not saying you have to see this on the big screen, but at least rent it. I think you would really like it. If you like, and it's kind of, you know, it's a rated R. It's a rated R movie, so you're going to have some bad language and stuff like that. And there's a little raunch in it, but not much. Not a really big raunch. It's just a story. He tells about it. Brooks tells about his brother. It's kind of an embarrassing story that I was the only thing I considered kind of inappropriate. The rest of it was all fair game, you know, as far as friends getting together and kind of acting kooky. But I really enjoyed it. I mean, out of 10, I gave it like a 7. And it's, you know, not at the top of the mountain, but it's not down here at the end either. I think it's a good, enjoyable little movie if you want to watch a kind of a comedy thriller, I guess you could say. I love these types of movies, so I really like it. I don't know if you've watched it. If you watched it, would you please leave a comment, tell me what you thought of it. And if you didn't like it, I'd like to hear from you anyway, because, I mean, everybody has different opinions of movies. I just tell you what I like about it. And if you've seen it, I'd like to know. If you haven't seen it, go watch it before it gets off at the movie theater. If it's not already off at your area, or rent it when it comes out on video. I think you'll be very, very pleasantly surprised. I will add it to my collection because it's just a cool movie. I think it's a good movie. The performances, like I said, were awesome. I'd like to thank you for watching the video and tell you that always remember that the Badraven is your friend, and always remember that we have a Patreon account. We have no Elite Bad Birds, and that's very depressing. It's only $1 a month. I would really, really appreciate it if anybody would like to become an Elite Bad Birds. I would be on cloud 9 if you would decide to do that for us here. You don't have to do it. I just like to give an Elite Bad Birds. I'll be able to put your name at the end of my videos and say how awesome it is that you are one of the few bad birds out there. So try to do that if you can. Please leave comments, like and subscribe. Please share these videos with your friends. I like to build the channel up. We kind of stuck a little bit. Me and Andrew's going to do another movie talk, part 4 or episode 4 here this weekend coming. So kind of be looking out for that. I'll try to send out stuff for that. But we'd just like to thank you for watching, and we appreciate everybody that watches. And I guess I'm going to have to let you go. We're running a little late, and we'll talk at you later.